Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Before we get into today's video, please do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Like, share, comment, helps promote us in the algorithm, helps this channel out a lot. Thank you guys so much. Hey everyone, Ethan from Hey Bucko Outdoors here. I have a very, very interesting video for you here today, something I'm pretty excited about. Something I've always been a huge fan of is history, especially military history through the world wars of the 20th century. And I have a very interesting piece of history, if you will, right with us today. This is what is known as a Italian Carcano rifle. This is a carbine model. This is in 6.5 Carcano. I'll show you here, 6.5 by 52 Carcano. A little bit of a comparison for you. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor, fired in a lot of modern day hunting rifles. I own one myself, and this is a 6.5 by 52 Carcano with this beautiful baby right here shoots. As you can see, they are pretty similar. The Carcano is just a hair larger. It's a bit skinnier though. This definitely packs a lot more punch than the Carcano did, but for the time in which this round was developed, this was a very, very modern and very efficient caliber for what it did. 6.5 has always been a very streamlined cartridge. Alright, so this is an M91 Carcano. This was an Italian service rifle, anywhere from 1891 all the way into the Second World War. Now I will ensure you that it is clear. Now, a little bit of history from what I know. I don't know everything about it, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of history about this. This particular rifle right here was made in 1917. I don't know if I can show you that, but right here on the receiver it says 1917. These rifles were designed right around the time of the invention of smokeless powder. The French invented it, I believe, in 1889, along with the Lebel rifle in some 8mm caliber. And what a lot of European countries were trying to go to were intermediate cartridges, 6.5, 7mm, stuff like that. And so the Italians saw this and they jumped on this, and whereabouts came this rifle design right here. A little bit about this particular design. It has a 6-round internal box magazine that is fed by a proprietary en bloc style clip, very similar to the German Mannlicher along with the M1 Garand. This honestly was a predecessor, and if anything, an inspiration to the design of the en bloc clip for the M1 Garand. So that is something very interesting to note. Show you here, take the bolt out and put the rifle down. It uses something very similar to, as you might call, a Mauser style action. You have 2 forward locking lugs, and you also have a rear lug towards the rear, especially in the receiver of the rifle. Very similar to the German Mauser design, the Gewehr 98. Honestly, this came beforehand, but this one was made in 1917, so they obviously updated some stuff. A lot of the earlier models had straight bolt handles. This one has curved ones. Now, this is a cavalry model, from what I understand, so this would be something that whether it be a tank crew, guys on horseback, or in certain vehicles of the time would carry, instead of carrying a normal 28 to 30 inch barrel rifle. A lot of police squadrons too would carry these because they were lighter and just easier to lug around. You have 2 of your sling mounts right here, one on the butt of the gun and one towards the front of the barrel. You also have a bayonet lug right here along with your cleaning rod. This also uses some very standard roller coaster style sights, something very popular of that era. Basically, you press this little knob right here on the rifle in, and you can push all the way up to a very generous 1,500 yards. Now, when you have this roller coaster sight in the down position right here, that is 200 meters. But if you flip it all the way towards the front and you set it down here in this little recess, you can get the rifle sight at 100 meters. That is basically just how you would sight this rifle in. I have not had the opportunity to take this to the range, but I will say I'm very excited. The 6.5 Carcano was a very streamlined cartridge, had a pretty high ballistic coefficient for its time, and the design of an N-block clip was very new. It came right around the time of the M95 Gewehr, the German Mannlicher, which took an 8mm style round. It also was chambered in the 6.5 round, as far as I am understanding. Now, the way an N-block clip in this particular rifle worked, you take a 6-round clip, you slide it into the receiver, close it up. Every time you rack around, puts around in the chamber, when you get to the final round, you put in the chamber, that clip would fall through this little recess here in the bottom and land on the ground. So it was a very efficient way, but at the same time it had its cons. You lost a lot of these clips, which were expensive to manufacture. They were typically made of brass, because it was durable. It's what could hold the rounds, and it wasn't going to bend on you. A lot of the other designs, say in World War II, why they got away from maybe the style where you had to use the proprietary clips, is because it used a lot of resources that weren't necessarily available. So that's kind of one of the big downfalls of this gun. Another claim to fame that this rifle has, in U.S. history at least, it is also known as the Kennedy carbine. The reason for that is this rifle was famously used in the execution of President John Kennedy. Lee Harvey Oswald used this model of rifle to execute the president in 1963, which is very, very unfortunate, but nonetheless, it's a very, very well-proven and battle-worn design. This example is in excellent condition. The chamber is in impeccable condition. I've been cleaning Cosmoline off of it for the last week or so. Very minor rust just on some of the screws here on the bottom of the magazine well and towards the buttstock, but I've cleaned it up. It's looking extremely well. We've got a little bit of chewed up on here on the stock, but that's nothing too much to worry about. If anything, it adds character. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments about this rifle. I'm personally going to be investing in a lot more milsurps, military surplus rifles, pistols, shotguns, stuff like that come the next few years. So let me know what you guys would like to see here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Love you guys. See you next time.